it's Greg from Evolution Mental Health Services. So I've been talking last couple times about our thoughts, how powerful they are, and how the difference between thoughts and feelings. Today I want to continue on that path and talk about how our thoughts dictate our responses to things. Okay? When we find ourselves in any given situation, feeling a way we don't want to feel, behaving a way we don't want to behave, it's because there's a thought that's driving that feeling, that behavior. So I've got a little helpful tool here that'll illustrate that. So this is something you can practice on your own. It's something I have my clients practice quite frequently. This is how this works. This is called the cognitive model, by the way. If you study cognitive behavioral therapy, you read the work of Aaron Beck and the Beck Institute. That's where this comes from, okay? So this is how it works. We have a situation. The situation is what has happened or what is happening. The thing that, we typically think of as this is what upset me, or this is what made me sad, or this is what made me happy. Okay, so the situation is static. It's beyond our control. It's already happened or it's in the midst of happening. That's the situation. And then we have our automatic thought. Our automatic thought is the thought that we have in that moment when that situation is happening, okay? And then we have response. And I'll give an example for this in a second, okay, to make it more clear. From our automatic thought, we have a response. We have an emotional response. We talked last time about the difference between thoughts and emotions. So, this is like happy, angry, sad, afraid, etc. We have a behavioral response. These are our actions. And we have a physical response or a physiological response. These are the things that are happening in our body, okay? So I'll give you an example, all right? So I'm on my way to the office and there's, a wreck that's slowing me down, and now it's a problem because I can't get around. So the situation is there's a wreck, okay, that's impeding traffic and I'm in the traffic. My automatic thought in that situation might be, oh no, I'm gonna be late. That's a problem, So that's my thought, I'm going to be late. My response, my emotional response might be anxiety, stress, anger, frustration. My behavioral response might be I'm honking the horn, I'm yelling, I'm pounding the roof of my car, whatever. My physical response could be my heart is racing, my skin is flushing, I'm clenching my teeth, those are physical responses. So that's how this all ties together, okay? The purpose of this exercise is so that you figure out that it is the thought, the automatic thought in every situation that determines the response. Meaning, if you don't like the response, if you don't like your emotions, if you don't like your behavior, if you don't like the physiological sensations, then you gotta approach this. You gotta change the automatic thoughts, okay? So I'll give you another example. I love using this example. At this point, it's an outdated example, but I'm gonna use it anyway. So if you ever watch fighting, UFC, MMA, if you're a big fan of that sport and you're my age, which, in your 40s or maybe late 30s or whatever, then you know who Forrest Griffin is. Forrest Griffin's a former light heavyweight champion in the UFC. He's a UFC Hall of Famer. Forrest Griffin used to do this odd thing in fights. He would come out, he'd be kind of starting slow, moving around, not doing much, and then someone would punch him in the face. His nose would bleed or his eyes would start to water, but then he would smile. He would smile, his eyes would light up, and he would look excited. This guy just got punched in the face and he looks happy about it. Now me, if I get punched in the face, I'm not gonna look happy, okay? I'm gonna run away, or I'm gonna flail, or I'm gonna get in a fetal position, or whatever I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna smile. My eyes aren't gonna light up. Why? It's the same situation, two guys getting punched in the face. The difference is how we think about getting punched in the face. This is what Forrest Griffin does for a living, and it's his road to riches and fame and everything, So for him, this is exciting, it's good, it's happy. Now it's his time to shine. When I get punched in the face, my thought is, this is scary, this is not a good thing, I'm in danger. That's my thought when I get punched. So the different thoughts lead to different responses, okay? So if you find yourself responding to things in a way that you don't like, then you gotta start really looking at what you think in every situation. And we can work on how to change those automatic thoughts. But for now, I just want you to make that connection, that when we're in a situation, it's our automatic thoughts in every situation that determine our responses. That's it for today. Evolve, be who you want to be.